no nkwasa sem no mpatro me use bibia o farming kokot eyem kwase asem no kan no
tie enyo no mo de obeko eye UTV
ye nyina ye beko
debiti nyabote
jale I don't defend
Debi or say use word no use here nonsense no men be
okay me use nonsense your kind of nonsense again him mpatro what is nonsense
and then say
it's nonsensical like you boo it when person me you see stupid ni foolish me person me use stupid me use but your nonsense no can no should you can why should we pay you to no kasa wo on your tianika
and they mean
say paying musicians sorry nonsense mpatro sa no kan ye
o de nyabote e bebo video no o kan ye bebo video no what wonu anenu but nyabote breathing
mama breathing
okay let's go
the o kan ye no nonsense
pacho nyabote
oh
miss
thank you
Miss boo.
Me
you star.
Enye didi atem.
Osofo peyin ubebie wa no. Osofo peyin ubebie wa no aka nonsense.
Nonsense our Bible.
Thank you. Into the kind nonsense. Adin bia ni. That is nonsense.
Boo.
That is nonsense.
Boo.
You can't watch nonsense, Bajo.
Bulldog.
And
Pacho.
And
Kase and Pasu. Kase and Pasu.
You nonsense.
Okay, good. What do I train back on assignment?
Me treat the in and me fancy.
Yeah, what kind? Me Pacho. Boo.
On train sign, near my train sign.
Boo, me so.
On train sign.
Me Pacho train sign.
Me train sign. Them me yano.
Oh, I know you're ding.
What did I say? What did I say?
Boo him the outcome.
Me say the kind of dream.
Man, you hear me do say me can.
I dream him.
Until we can say and pass. Okay.
Mpacho. Say or kase. This is na me brother I explain no. Ni say. So or kase onu na sorry. Ebia oye bibi mo mu. Osho mu ko school. Oye onu no omu aduane. Onu no to atare mo mu. Onu no otua omu rent. Onu no oye omu bibia ntu omu bebo ade no free a. Meti ase. But if it is a general statement, I'm sorry to say said your kind again nonsense because onu Ojina asoyo o kasa no yetuanika.
What do you mean shedeni?
Won sa mu.
Oh boo. Me ho me
say no sorry de bia.
Me ma sorry de.
Yetua mu pastor nika.
Me suffer yetuanika.
Good. Nampacho papa no. Ya ye hu ni progress baby ofi ya ko ye we no ko ye we a wa building the church. Sika na nkofo de amane na ode aye ni hu yi no o se ode ma ebi mu kakra a problem. That means yes you. Now I think say me share that story but I think that there's a portion in the story of cars or no or boy instruments in
Yes.
Thank you. And the bass Sunday or no pay onboard drums. Number pumping, no track guitar, no tune, not Bibian how? Same penny for we. I don't know a film saying National Cathedral for no me.
David.
Hey.
Why resigning, Pacho? Why resigning?
But you know, can before.
Why resigning, Pacho? Or resigning, crying, sana. Or no, the first person crew film, Pacho. This row.
Okay.
Hey, boo.
Oh, say me busake ke na mama me say we resigning.
Boo ahoden.
There be mpacho sometimes ye pepis ye da kakra na nkofo ba nyane ye.
Auntie na o daddy.
We da sure asema udi
ena onyane. Auntie. Asem.
Some nonsense we enfa yanu ye yi wo gota na. How would you speak like that? It's as you.
So music school.
Music school or school fees.
There be.
On your light bill.
So light bill na sorry netia.
Sorry man in netia. Yes, sorry netia. Yes, it is the people and sorry now we seen in netia. Because the building cannot generate money. Nkrofo na ba ho no mutu asase karo. In ahin na obetu ya nkrofo no mobo. Omo ahin band of 6 and 7. Ahin na obetu ya omo. No, it's sad. Who bet that mansion mu. Ewo properties be brave. And na the obo gbodongba no nam gbodongba sa. No. Empress, muna mu kwa sorry. Aden na mu to me. Nyame no musum ni sen. Eh. Munyamu impo sumpo ni na ga go.
Onyame sumpo.
No ne.
No ne.
Aden Charlie omo ni bibi kan omo yedin mo onu kro on to tax
Ade si say hu so
there be sorry be na to tax sorry be na to tax mpacho chere mi
e bi o ye adwuma bi a o tua tax sorry paade sorry to cement
papa no mi nim adwuma bi o ye mi nim ni profession
no ye doctor
mi nim
na nene dia den eni ye we
Easter fire.
Yes, you wo nya sorry nti me nsi ni nya.
There be mo na mo ye ne ku Yesu mu. Musuba we na de ku Yesu. Yes, why am
o de me entie video no. Wo de tie video no say de betumi aka me down.
Okay.
People who do things for money. You know, in my church I said I'm not going to pay people to play instruments because I play all the instruments. I play piano, I play guitar, I play drums, I play everything. I don't see why we are paying for that. And I got all the children in the church and I set up a music school, and every child in my church, you have to learn how to play the piano. All the children in the church know how to play the piano. Nobody can come and bully us in the church. Pay me this before I play, before I sing. Nonsense. Here we don't pay. You can play because you love Jesus. If not, go. And the people who were playing the instruments were all hired people. They're paid to play instruments. In my church, we don't pay people to play instruments. Never. We teach all the young people. We have piano school, music school in the church. Every young person, the children, all of them learn how to play all instruments. Yeah. We don't pay you to play instrument for God. Why should we pay you for that? We don't pay people to sing and to play instruments. It's an honor and a privilege for you to do something in the house of the Lord.
Boo. No. My boy, no man come on board.
Sound.
Nkwasi sempa no kan no. No nkwasi sem. No. Mpacho me yusu bibia o family kokot. Eye nkwasi sem no kan no.
Tie. Enyo no mo de obeko. Eye UTV.
Ye nyina ye beko.
Debiti. Nyabote.
Debi jale ade na o defend.
Debi o say use word na o use here nonsense no men be.
Okay, me use nonsense. Your kind of nonsense. Again him. Mpacho what is nonsense?
Boo, and then say
it's nonsensical. Like you boo. When you person may you see stupid, ni foolish, me person may you stupid, me you. But your nonsense no can no. Should you can why should we pay you to? No kasa wo on your pianica.
And they mean
And na mami chel, wo ni nkrofo no mutu omo boss ye omo kra na. Hey boo. Hey. There be a brain was yeah God. Sunday we make corner sorry o.
Ukoye dey.
Me ko catch and said your kind of nonsense. And
to be ko. Wa ehwe ye no. betumi ye nyina aye program no na aye fe said ya bu hit ni di mse me free ni so na mako nipa foforo so MC Yeboah
Wanya baby.
Hey, me cry them friends.
Well, Empress, say this is a very sensitive conversation.
Very.
Na o kana wan kana ya ebia na amanfo akogye no asibone ba ba bia no kreda na ye de beto. This is a very unfortunate statement coming from a man of God. You know, that a lot of people reference and all of that. Now, the arguments about social media, and a man for betrayal will say, or kase or no, na sorry. Minim craminim sa sorry, I can say sano. They have a board, they have, you know, council, those things that they represent. And if on no ye penny or dan no kase, that means na sorry no. Sa no mo person mo ye den, wo mo ye. And Nyama mienu na me pese menka sisi say we are instrumentalist, we are musician, and me come musician and me qualifying with instrumentalist phone na wakuma mu ene wadwen mu woni nyankopon akwa pam say me nyankopon adoma chede a wodi adom me pese me de ebo afore wo wasori wo conviction ni wo faith and extra wo say wo pese wo ye dey wo yes a wasori a there is no problem. Number 2, so we are instrumentalists. Na on a regular Sunday, ebi awa say na ye kwa sorry Sunday, ya kwa sorry, ya bompa ye wato nyom ne nyema nyema na. I know the it's normal. No ye osomo no sa netie. Enti osofo that Heward-Mills asema wokan. O say na sorry. O gidi say sebe impredua san. Nyanse nimu say ubetua instrumentalist ka. Na sorry there no gidi. Enti no we instrumentalist now ko na sorry now that so te honum dia. Ene to jewa. Away from that, Empress. You see, asofofo F is very funny how asofofo num be finding a way to downplay the value that music adds to their ministry. There's something I call the faith enterprise, faith business, and then sorry baby a business. And you're some
sorry baby.
Of course, sorry baby a business no more running. Yes. This enterprise we are managing your faith. And in a year juma wa mo yen. Enti sa wo kwa sorry. Now we are instrumentalists. Obo instruments, and that thing that you're doing in the church is taking a chunk of your time, and your pastor is finding ways and means to tell you that uya menyankopon wachedie ewo osura himemu and adebendeba. Run away from that church with the speed of alacrity, because your pastor is robbing you of your livelihood. O kasanosi instrumentalists be woha omo da sorry them. There are people that omajum obi woha na duma chede nyankopon dia ma no. Ebi mo so spend time, effort and money to invest in that craft. And woma ye den oma match your craft no. Enti se we realize this say we be a instrumentalist or a musician. Na wo be gina ho na obonwum na sa enwum na obebo no. Eno so kan wo bi na ma wo keep you with church members whether you like it or not. If it is that easy, go to church every day and go and pick microphone and talk, and then yapon yenko. Music plays an integral role in worship and preaching. Na ekoson. I will tell you the story of a man of God in Ghana, Reverend Sam Kranche. He is a man that doesn't play with music. When it comes to now, sorry, I was a Royal House Chapel member, and Reverend Sam Kranche is one that obejina stage na o preachy na we bought instruments na obonya, he will stop you. Why hear you cry some of the catcher no em says ada no be basa, because he knows what music does for his ministry. Reverend Sam Kranche enya asofo na once asofo bi wo ha ye kwa sorry ya omo be twen ya omo ba be preacher no. Reverend Sam Kranche he will come, he will worship, he will praise before he mounts the podium, because he understands what the music and instrumentalist does for his ministry. And then sa asofofo bedi no kra ma omo ho asofofo no mu bi bedi no kra ma omo ho a and sorry bebre invest heavily in musical equipment to do what to hold their ministry. Cause also preacher no we raising you na or expect say instrumentalist no emmo so. And big shout outs to Lord of Royal House Chapel. Fantastic drama. Enti no memma obi and dada wo say wadwuma na wo ye no wakwetia wo soro oboa or dada wakwetia na wasase so haya. You need to be paid for that effort, talent. Now, do you know how many millions people are making just by playing guitars and all these instruments? Don't let any pastor deceive you that waketia ewo osra himem. Music goes hand in hand with the preaching business. It goes hand in hand. Don't let anybody deceive you. Now, Empress, let me bring it down. Let me be in common kakra. Because in common way, send them can kai no. Papa sama walk no. I mean, also for that you knows sama walk no. No, sorry, or no ni believe no. So we instrumentalists now also will carry a part any music now better now a toje wa. But let me in common Empress. Oni mu say. Asofofo bi wo krom ha. Efi se wo mo hyasie di sofo omo ntua rent da. Efi so mo hyasie e di sofo omo ma school fees asori na tua. Omo rent asori na tua. Aduane omo di wo mo fie asori na tua. Ebi mo ho a omo nye hwe. Asofodie na no omo die. That is why in a country like Rwanda, unni adwuma bi ya wo medi sofo. Me pacho dey make anote ma say. And to say instrumentalists spend a chunk of the time during the day at the church, and you tell me that person is not supposed to be paid because he is working for God. Are you not working for God? If you read Matthew chapter 10, Ekona, or say mama mo srasa mo mfa nkoto to ahonhom ene ne ekeka ho no. Ahonhom no mo nkofo mo san wo sra no asofofo ayeso wo mo ka nyankopo asa. Enti ye ba ne se wo mo a enni se wo mo gia ketua kra e ya asofofo. Hey. I'm telling you. Why does a pastor have to be paid and an instrumentalist should not be paid?
See, Papa na sem no kind or ka no na so
no na make say no na so any then dey different.
No be no na sorry for no. Because fu na e school na ye kan lawyers wo doctors wo your personal job.
Me te ha ma me nkama sem. Give me me say or no practice no practice one na sorry. And if you no na sorry to instrumentalist now who say your career path now better. I don't have a problem with that. That is his church. But me be common aba woma brainwash these instrumentalists now. They still live from hand to mouth because they believe that whatever they do, no, they are not supposed to make money off it.
Okay.
Asofofo bebre yetua wo muka.
Okay.
Me pacho collection tithes any nyama keka ho ayeje wa sorry dem no. Why am na betumi aka chem so wa twede special bi o de furo koma nyankopon wo soro. I dare see, I'm daring some people. If GRA should call all pastors and churches in Ghana and they say they want to run an audit, you will realize that majority percentage of them, no, they don't do anything apart from asofodie. So how do they survive? How do they take care of themselves? We see my instrumentalist here Juma you can say na ketua was thrown there, but what sofo no we did say wo bompaye na so bibi ye no nipa no be chewa de ade na won kan che say nyame Juma na me ye ntifa de ko de no fakọ ya doye man krofo a wo mu hia but to je wo mu ji asase wo mu ji fie wo mu ji cars ene de keka wo. So let nobody deceive you that whatever thing that you find yourself doing in the house of the Lord, whether you are an accountant, whether you are an administrator, whether you are a cleaner and whatever, no, you are not supposed to be paid. Unless, of course, by your conviction and faith, you believe that you are doing this as your own sacrifice to the Lord. That is a different conversation. But don't let anybody deceive you that you are not supposed to be paid. The reason why I tell you that most of these churches are now a business, the Empress, check your DNA. Most of these big churches, when they groom the church, you realize that when you are doing a project, whatever, we take money from the church members. But when they are growing and they get to a stage, they start grooming their children to take over the church business. They start grooming their children to take over. Most of these properties, go and check a DNA, that's all. So let nobody deceive you. that adwuma na wo ye wo nyame fie no enu si etua oka. If you are working and that thing is taking a chunk of your time, you don't do a 9 to 5, you don't have any other business. Mind you, most of the churches, they run church service from Monday to Sunday. They be sorry.
I saw for you be your business. I'm not companies.
Oh, Empress, asima me can it see me. Enti na me say, bebre na so ni adwuma ye. Ebi mu wo adwuma mo ye. Ene wo ho. Ebi mu so wo ha omo nya adwuma bi apart from asofo. It is their full-time job.
Okay.
Do you understand? Okay. That is the same way your instrumentalist so adie na wo ye no.
So full time.
This thing is so bad that it trickles down to you people, the gospel artists. Was it Mama Emi Newman and Danobetina Hana Arnold Nene Bonkomo Busani Bibina or Caso, you know, a Jumani be homo ye common just I will say you Empress, I'll use you as an example. When you did Watch Me, did you sit in the house and expect that the song will go? When you were recording, did you spend money or not?
With the scanning.
When you did the video, did you spend money or not?
With the scanning.
Production, promotion, did you spend money or not? So if somebody is telling you that when I see that song that you have written with Kwame Eugene, sang the song for it to make a meaningful impact in people's life, and I call you the Empress, come and mount my podium and minister to the people of God, then I tell you that why you into how would that ministry that God has entrusted you with, how would it flourish? Music videos and I'll loan. What's your say? So let us not undermine these things. If you are a gospel artist and you are going into any church, unless of course you want to do it per one kasawo sacrifice, they are fine. But it is a business that you are doing. And most of these churches are running businesses. So you take your money. Don't let anybody rob you of your livelihood.
Yeah.
Some come away. Asofufu no mu bi. I find a way to make ohia akono. Yama ohia are very attractive. Ya package and there was say wo bre na nyankopon fi baby no obem no obeboa. Maza, say wo talent. Obi wo ha when see school dem da. Ne die ne so obetina ntwene achi no agro ntwene ama honhon asane de nyankopon de amane no and he has to make a livelihood of this, take care of his family, take care of his children and other people, and no so nyamejuma. Let nobody deceive you.
Topic were a very dicey topic.
Very.
Before that, he was back and say, but now I'm going to I can't answer. Recently, in Nigeria, apart from Pastor Chris, there was another pastor being so discusses our issue here. So it will not be the first, and it will definitely not be the last time topic will be cropping up. Now, Bishop Dag the in him more than more about Ghana when it comes to sorry. Or being
evangelism.
Evangelism, the crusade that will go there. Oh, I mean, sorry, so no, sorry back one.
Light will be a
classic lighthouse fencing signpost. Why are there because my lighthouse are one of the biggest churches.
A mega church.
Yeah, big church. And
mega.
On one cast, I think on my side in the
mega
United Denomination something.
A mega church. This is friend.
And now no one can so watch books baby over 100 books translating into a lot of languages. Man nakasa wa born homode. Why are there? Oh, crusade, Ukraine crusade. And then now
Mate.
Now Empress. The TN say. Say on Nakasa one arrangement. On then sorry. So be I want to send arranging in Yama. Send and Shisha yet. Ain't ono any lighthouse. Say on Momo say because I know we our music school. We training in Kuala to learn how to play the instruments in it. We're inculcating in them the idea of serving. What I say? Into know that two mutin in Kuala na wa training on Nakasa music school. Brilliant. Was not training on be a organ, be a boss no. or the two mutim say so nyame fear na when you the necessary resources and support now serve willingly. That's him and his church. Any arrangement on my it's a reason here or can't ask him no now sorry members or what I say any arrangement on the members one a bone same just so man meaning any problem because you see that is not the only one and now so for opinion or what's our mentality no say and yes say obe serve sorry ni bit he will not be the first.
He will not be the first.
Me concern with video no and send me your kind any tone.
At your tone now,
I felt say na ke say or title or no arrangement or what
for the church
and the members. But on making it look as if say so before yeah sorry no or the instrumentalist but sorry no to amuka and nonsense. Do you understand how he put it? Na video no me critically. I send you back on I don't mean say you catching her. Okay, say watch out for people who do things for money. Yeah, watch out for people who do things for money. And I'm thinking, say, wait, sorry no, nkasa no, kutemono. They do stuff for money. Members no no, they all do their respective stuff for money. Onu ankasa Dag Bishop. He does stuff for money. Empress, my name can't. The books not
stuff for books.
Oh, books
not. That's a books in the print. I free.
Free. So wait, the book. What Amazon? Loyalty and disloyalty, like your meals. Now you $10. Say I'm going to turn to $2.99. The Beauty, the Beast, and the Pastor. $9.99.
Arnold.
Church growth, is it possible? $9.99. Church planting, $2.99. The Art of Shepherding, with the $12.50. And one more, Judas. Who is he? Call for $7.50 $7. Yeah. So
we need your one personal.
Yeah. So
my book no. I was somebody say.
No.
Any knowledge.
The comments no pass say.
Oh, munya botre. As me I am not flow.
Yeah.
I'm not na ka say na person bisana.
Comments no pass about watch out for people who do things for money.
One day your problem.
And till I make church you say.
Okay.
Virtually everybody in that church does something for money, including Onwangasa. He's selling books for money. So
maybe I not say it's called my charity. You don't know.
Now, video not say nobody can bully us to pay to come in. Who? How? See,
breathing.
So why your arrangement? I empower members. We train you almost now. That's okay. But once you move out of your domain, now the person is not bullying you. So who moving out of comfort zone? Now so minister me instrumentalist back on no me training no was sorry no arrangement no or yare. So you need to fall somebody else. Else not all ban. He's not bullying you. Yes, you understand? Once you move out from that your zone. Now also okay, contract another instrumentalist on can arrangement no there. That person is not bullying. Also want a system. Any arrangement.
It is any free now. Sorry, okay, an arrangement.
Yes.
Okay.
So don't stand and say, oh, me man sorry, nonsense to bring an instrumentalist. No. So you create the impression say almost our conviction. No say. We need to pay musicians and instrumentalists. No, that's what my concern is.
Okay.
Because almost the justification. Empress, I mean, so I can't Bible be brave, but listen to this. 1 Chronicle 9:13.
Hey, you know, sorry, I'm
oh, and these are 1 Chronicle 9:33. King James. And these are the singers chief of the fathers of the Levites, who remaining in the chambers were free, for they were employed in that work day and night. Mama, last one. Nehemiah 11:23, King James. For it was the king's commandment concerning them that a certain portion should be for the singers, due for every day. So the onosono arrangement, they say, based on scripture, no, I need to pay instrumentalists, I need to pay musicians, no. It's not being nonsensical. I hope you get me. So don't stand when the other two members said they should serve. And because of that, it's no one power more training we do that persona in their minds, they are serving. That's okay. Because serving too is key.
Okay.
We need to push the spirit of serving within the churches. That's okay. But do not, under any circumstance, frown on the people who believe. Already, no problem.
Okay.
Tout no arrangement. And let us believe that our arrangements are correct. But do not say obedient no so you know one of the strongest conviction and nonsense. And nonsense. Because on also scripture, Pastor Ayeka say he mentioned and he gave you backing.
Yeah.
So don't say because we know our arrangement is perfect. No, nonsense. No, it is not. It's a mystery. Moving forward, no. On focus on no day and tout it more. Because the next other preacher, no, like Pastor Akese, no, would not agree because on also on a different conviction. Okay. It's a best say because our topic were tricky. There are some who actually believe they need to pay the instrumentalists, motivate them because or life to live. Good. Obviously, people say no. Once I'm giving you the necessary resources, save. That's also good.
Okay.
It's a tout there and don't rubbish will be there. It's as simple as that.
Thank you.